Okay, so hi guys. It's been a while since I pick a card, right? So in today's topic, as per voted last time, is gonna be about a love reading, but I will try to get insights on like what happens before you meet the one, and like what are the clues that you can get when you meet the one. So it's almost the same thing but not really, but yeah. So like every other readings, feel free to use your own method of choosing. Don't necessarily have to follow others. Like some choose while they look at the crystals, some choose the card or the pile that they feel drawn to, and some choose by their instinct or intuition, gut feeling. So even if you want to close your eyes and ask yourself, okay, give me a number, that's alright, because that's what I do. Like I don't usually focus or look at the piles. I will just close my eyes, relax, and be like, okay, what number comes to my mind, what number I see, I will pick it. So you can just ask yourself, okay, for this love reading, which pile is the best for me? And if you see any number that comes out, yeah, you can try and listen to it. But of course, as usual, if it doesn't resonate, you can try another pile, or like maybe you just keep in the messages that's for you, because this is gonna be a general reading, so not 100% will be exactly for you, but there are gonna be like bits and pieces that you're gonna like resonate with and like feel like, oh yes, this matched with my situation and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm gonna continue to shuffle this into different piles, and then we will start with pile number 1. Okay, take your time to choose, and yeah. Okay, so as usual, take your time to choose. This pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. You don't have to use any specific methods. You can just pick, if you pick based on crystals, or you pick based on the pile themselves, you can choose that. Or if you close your eyes and ask yourself which number is calling out to you, it's fine as well. So take your time, and we will begin with pile number 1. I'll give you can pause the video and before I start. Alright, let's go to pile number 1. I should put this aside so highlight is number 3. Okay, so if you pick pile number 1, is this gorgeous amethyst. So let's just put her beside. Hush, enjoy. Okay. I believe this is the order, is it? Okay. So pile number 1. Let's see what's in store for you. So as I said, I've combined both topics together, right? So basically, this will be your current energy or situation, and this will be, what is it? What has to happen before you meet the one or your next partner, and what happens after you clear this, right? What happens when you meet the one or your next partner, and the advice from the universe. So current energy or situation, okay, and what has to happen before, okay, and what happens after when you get over this, okay. Oops. Advice. Okay. Hope this is clear. I'll bring it up to camera so it's fine. Okay, can you see? I'm trying to focus. Okay, pile number 1. So let's start with the current situation. So sorry. I have a sense of OCD, oh my god. Okay. So current situation. What's going on in your love life, the current energy? Okay, so just this feels like Okay, honestly, I feel like you seek balance. Okay, ignore this. Like, you want a sense of fairness in when it comes to love. Like, you want something that is equal, give and take, not just giving too much or taking too much. And that's how you kind of view love. Even from your standpoint, you believe that it has to be a team effort. So yeah, I believe that's the thing that has, because if you look at this, right, like there's this balance as well. So it really gives off more of the feeling that when it comes to love, you believe that it's a team effort and it requires both hands to clap instead of just one person doing it. Like, yeah. So yeah. And as for the sword, like I feel also like in love you want something that is clear and that is good in communication, and that there's no like misunderstanding or like arguments. Like you want it to be straightforward and open. So current energy on love, and what has to happen before you meet the next partner or the one. So as you can see, you receive the Two of Pentacles, which is very famous for balance. So basically, this is about time management, balance, prioritizing and stuff. So I feel like in your life now, there's a lot of things going on that you have to learn how to balance things out first before you have space for love to come in. Because if love were to come in now, it might be chaotic and it might be bad in the sense that you will only feel tired and like annoyed by it, like by the effort that you need to put in, by the things that you have to do, by the time you have to put aside. I feel like if you were to come across love now, it won't be as good as if you come across love after you work this out. So you have to balance out your mind, you have to balance out your life, and then it will be more comfortable if you were to meet love. Okay, so after you clear this, right, what happens when you meet the one? Okay, give me a moment. I have to charge my phone. Okay, but as you can see, it's another set of pentacles, and like I said earlier on, you see love as a team effort, a teamwork, and this Three of Pentacles also kind of represent teamwork as well, collaboration, and like learning from each other, and that initial fulfillment. So if you see the photo, right, it's like they are discussing and like collaborating, and like I feel like that happens when you're gonna meet the one or your next partner. You feel like you don't have to give everything by yourself, you don't have to do everything by yourself, and everything seems to feel like it's falling into place, and it's as if like things suddenly take a turn and your life is just like fitting in like a puzzle. And yeah, so I feel like when you start to feel like life is more collaborating, life is more of a enjoyable teamwork, and that you don't have to fight against anyone, you don't have to feel in competition against anyone, and everything feels right, that's when you know that your love is coming in, because it's gonna just feel nice and it's gonna feel very reassuring, and that you don't have to, like when you get over the emotions of insecurities, being guarded, and being like, oh, everyone's against me, or like everything is pointing to me. Like after you get over that sense of insecurity and you balance out your mind and your life, right, you will find this sense of teamwork, that you like the same viewpoint and standpoint on love that you have, you'll finally vibrate on that level, and that you will see more and more of like people being in good harmony, being in a good team, and like yeah, being in like positive collaborations. And the advice, oh sorry, oh my god, okay, I got too excited. Okay, and as for the advice, you receive this in reverse. And I feel like it ties a lot with the other cards, because in reverse it's usually like manipulation and like abusive and stuff like that, and it's like taking advantage of the situation. So that is like opposite of teamwork, because like you're just using others for the good of your own. So I believe that the advice is to be careful of being falling into manipulation, and like be careful of the victim mindset, in the sense that feeling that you are right and everyone else is wrong, and have to be careful to not be too abusive on your power. Let's say if you have any like status or like title, or even with your friends and stuff, be careful of not being too pushy and abusive in the sense of your mentality. Don't be into a very victimized mentality. You have to get out of it and find balance in life, so that you don't have to feel like you won't feel that people are gonna manipulate you. Like I said earlier on, like people are out to get you. If you learn how to balance out your mind, right, you will be able to overcome that sense of insecurity. So the advice that advice from the universe in terms of tarot is, yeah, I believe that you have to have balanced communication, and don't just assume things. Don't just like come into terms with things like, oh, just because you think it is that way, it is that way. Because not every assumption is true, because assumptions like is always the cause of arguments, right? Okay, so for now I've already pre-shuffled the fairy deck, but I will see if there's any cards that want to come out. If not, I will just pull out the top card. So what are the advice or messages that you would like to give pile number 1? Is there any specific message that they have to? Okay, there's one, I think. Okay, let's see. Okay, do some research. Okay, you need more information about this situation. Okay, I'm not sure why, but I feel like pile number 1, there's something going on in your life, or like just something that is like not clear cut, or something that's not resolved. Okay, I feel like that is the main issue in your life right now, that you have to overcome before you can have space for other things to come in. So it kind of ties with the cards as well, like about teamwork, about manipulating, and like assuming, and like even justice came out. Now you can like tie in with the the sense of justice and stuff like that. So I believe if you choose this, you will know what is wrong in your life, or like what's happening currently. So pay attention to the situation and try to get over it, so that you can find love in life. Okay, so with that, I hope that it resonates, and if you're gonna stay to the end, I hope you enjoy the other piles as well. But if you're gonna leave now, then I hope you enjoy this particular reading. Give a thumbs up if you resonate, or if you like the reading. You can feel free to subscribe for future pick a cards and like informative videos, and feel free to share, so that all of you can discuss about your love situation, right? Okay, thank you, pile number 1. So we shall go to pile number 2. I shall put this aside. Okay, pile number 2, which is my new watermelon. I call this a watermelon because it really looks like a square watermelon. If you see those videos on like Japanese when they manipulate the way the watermelon grows, it's so cute, right? Okay, enough. Okay, so pile number 2. Let's see what's in store. So same thing as just now, the current energy situation, and then what has to happen before, what happens during or when, like after you get over this, and like the advice from the universe and source. Okay, so first card. It's not flipping over. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of. Okay. So it's half major, half minor. Alright. Oh, my voice is gonna be gone. Okay. So current standpoint, situation, view. I feel like for pile number 2, you are losing faith in love. It really feels like you feel restricted in when it comes to love. You feel challenged, like it's not easy for you. Like, why is it so hard to find love? Why is it so tough to find like love? And it's like you control too much over the situation. Like, you not say you're codependent on the person itself, but you're codependent on expecting what to happen next, what is to happen. Like, you're too like, okay, so now what, and like you're constantly trying to find updates. And funny enough, while I was trying to give the example of how to choose the pile, right, number 2 came out to me, so I'm like, okay, maybe pile number 2 resonates with me. And like yeah, sometimes I will get too caught up in like watching, like, pick a cards and be like, oh, what's my love situation now and stuff like that. Like, I'll be so caught up in like finding updates and like, yeah. And I feel that is like our problem now for pile number 2. Like, excessive control, you want to dominate, and like you're not letting go and surrendering to the universe. And I'm guilty of that as well. So oh my god, okay, so this is what has to happen, like, before you meet the one or you meet your next like potential partner. Okay, so Chariot, when reversed, is technically answering this because it's lack of control. And like, you're not focused on the direction, you are not good at the control, and which is, in a sense, is good in this kind of reading, because you have to let go of control, and you have to like let go of the resistance, and like just let it flow. I need to tell that to myself as well. Let it flow naturally, and like, don't be too worried about the plans that the universe has in store for us. And yeah, I guess once we learn how to like let go of control and let go of the aggression and be less rigid, I believe that will make us expect the unexpected more, rather than expect the other person to make a move or stuff like that. And it's gonna make space because our heart will be more calm and less worried. So even when I'm just at number 2, I'm already looking at number the advice, because it relates so much. Like, have to stop giving the mental torture to yourself. Okay, so what happens, okay, after you get over this particular thing, right? What happens when you're about to meet the one or your next potential partner is 5 of Pentacles. So usually this is about because if you look at the depicted photo, right, it's like you're losing everything. It's like you have nothing, you're out in the cold and stuff like that. So I believe like this is one of those cases whereby you're gonna feel so low because you're gonna be pushed up so high. Like, you have to experience the lowest before you're being bounced up to the highest. So like, I feel like when it's gonna like happen, right, this love situation, is when you feel like giving up, and like you feel like you lose hope in everything, and that like you are like you feel isolated, and like you just feel like everything is wrong. And like, I believe that it's interesting that what will happen closer to when you are gonna meet the next potential partner or the one is when you feel at your lowest. Like, when you feel like everything's wrong and like you're just gonna give up on love. or you're gonna give up on the person that you're like pursuing or like have interest in. Like when you want to give up on everything, and that's when it's gonna happen. And this is always very difficult, I know, because a lot of people let go just before it happens. So it's a test of determination for those who are willing to hold on and trust the universe, and then everything will just turn around in a second, and everything seems like it will be climbing back up very fast after the low point. So pile 2 is quite heavy because you have to understand and you have to have faith in yourself to hold on, the trust in the universe, for you to experience the love that's coming in your life. Because this is always the most difficult test, is when you're tested to want to give up everything, but actually the abundance is right after that small step. So a lot of people tend to really give in and give up, and then once they give up, right, they will never taste what is after. So I feel this so much. I really resonate with part number 2. And yeah, the advice is just to relax, let go of the worries, let go of the fear, surrender your anxiety, your concerns to the universe, because however it's gonna happen is the universe's job to do it. So you don't have to be the one to think about what to do. Just know what you want and just visualize the outcome as if you already have it. And whatever is in between, from point A to point B, whatever is in between, don't control it. Let go of resistance, let go of control, and let the universe work their magic, because they know the best for us. And like we are always learning. So okay, for me, I personally resonate with pile number 2. And like it appears solidly in my mind when I was trying to give the example of how to pick the pile, and like it's like number 2 just came out in my mind, and I'm just okay, maybe I can look out for number 2. And now that I'm giving y'all the reading for pile number 2, right, it's on point, and like, I feel guilty for it, for being in control, for being too rigid, and like always wanting to know what happens next. I should learn to let go of control as well, and stop being so resistant, and like let go of my worry and fear. Okay, is there any advice or special message from the fairies for pile number 2? Let's see if anything wants to pop up. Oops. Right, of course you have to tie this together. Of course it has to make sense. Easy does it. This is for all of us, pile number 2. Stop trying so hard to control everything, and all the doors will open for you. And it resonates with like what will happen when it's about to happen. Like if you try too hard to control, right, you won't taste what's after. So if you learn how to let the control, you will feel the door finally opening up for you. Oh my god. Okay, so this is for pile number 2. I hope it resonates with you, and if you're gonna continue watching all the piles, I hope you enjoy your time here. And if you're gonna click away now, I hope this particular cards reading resonate with you, and feel free to like the video, share the video, and subscribe for future pick cards. Okay, so if you're gonna leave, I'll see you next time, and if you're gonna continue, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So yeah, pile number 2 done. Now let's move on to the last pile. Okay, so pile number 3, the highlight. If you choose number 3, it's so far. Okay, so if you choose number 3, is this very pretty marble tumble that's not focusing. There we go. Yeah. Oh my god, my camera just suddenly stopped, and I thought I lost all the footage, and like I thought I was gonna like have to read everything again. Hopefully everything goes smooth. Okay, so last pile. Yes, 4 cards. So as usual, I said earlier on. Current energy situation, outlook on love, what has to happen before you meet the one, what happens during or when you're about to meet the one, and advice. So the one, I won't specify what's the one. It can be your next potential partner, your soulmate, twin flame, however you want to think about it. Okay, so let's see. Okay, another major minor. Okay. Okay, this feels like the more positive vibe compared to the other two. Okay, so you've got 3 major arcana here and the advice is in minor. So I feel like this is a direct huge message for pile number 3 because it's quite strong in the sense that all 3 of your cards here are major. So what I feel is that, okay, let me feel the current energy. For pile number 3, I feel like you feel a sense of compassion when it comes to love. Love gives you strength, gives you the will, and love just gives you a reason to continue whatever that means. But for some collective of you, I also feel like love tests your patience, and love often tests you on your faith and control issues as well. Not in a bad way, just that sometimes like you have to learn to be more flexible and see love from another point of view rather than resonating love to your past trauma or past experiences or the stories that people tell you. So I guess it goes both ways. And what has to happen before you meet the one? Okay. So like I mentioned earlier about patience, right? I think for pile number 3, you have to learn some patience. Like, in a sense that if you don't have even the basic manners of patience, right, it's gonna be tough when it comes to collaborating with someone else, because not only that you have to devote your time, but you have to understand them. You have to put yourself in their shoes. So you have to learn how to be more empathic, and also for some of you, you might have to learn how to balance yourself as well, because if you look at the picture, the person is like trying to point the cups here, there, and like I believe that it's like you have to also learn how to commit in a sense, because there's only one foot in the water. So you have to learn how to, I believe that you don't have the patience to wait for things to develop out. So in the sense that you have to learn to commit long enough for the love to bloom or for the love to be nourished. Like, give it a chance and don't just like come in and come out as quick as the wind. Yeah, because I feel like some of you have like a sense of insecurity. That's why you need love to like what's that called, you need to feel love to be assured. Like, you need someone else to love you for you to be assured that you're worthy enough. But that is not the way it works, because you have to have self-love first before, it's gonna be unhealthy if you just codependent on someone else's love, because everyone has different energy every day. Just because they love you, just because they don't show you the same amount of love today as of yesterday, doesn't mean they love you less, but they might just be tired on that day. They might be low on energy. So some of you have to learn that kind of understanding and have to be more patient, in a sense that you have to understand that everyone is different. Okay, So how would you know when you're about to meet the one, or like during when you meet the one? Okay. So I feel like you will recognize your own beauty, you recognize your own worth, you will be much more self-loving, and because you learn to accept yourself, you will recognize all the abundance that has been there for you all along, just that you were quite shut out on it because you don't acknowledge yourself. But what happened? Okay, camera stop again. So yeah, I feel like what's gonna happen when you manage to get over this thing, right, and you're closer to meeting the one, is when you really found self-love for yourself. You know your worth, and you're not gonna like just accept anyone, and like how do I say, like some people, when they give up looking for the desired love, right, they tend to just open up to anyone and like give anyone a shot. But like for those who know their worth, they know that they can't choose around any random person to date, and like because it's just gonna like waste your time, waste your effort, and like if you're not gonna why date, right, you know. So you're gonna find your worth, you're gonna know what you're capable of, and you're gonna, most importantly, you're gonna like believe in yourself, and you're gonna feel that self-love, that no one can destroy you, that no one will make you feel insecure, because you know your own worth, in a sense, if that makes sense. Okay, so okay. So the advice, we've got so for this, right, 9 of Wands is like, I feel like they're advising you to be more persistent in a way. It's like testing your faith, and like the whole, I feel like today the power really resonate with the cards that comes out. Like almost all these cards are talking about faith and like courage and like, you know. So I feel like the advice is that no matter how many times you are being tested, just try to learn from the lessons that the universe offers you, and be more resilient, more, yeah, just more persistence, have faith and courage to move forward, and don't just like similar to part number 1, don't fall into that victimized mental state, and try to cultivate self-love for yourself, because that is the most important step for you to have faith. If you trust yourself, you will definitely have that inner strength and like will and faith and like belief and like, yeah, just practically anything and everything. And that if you have faith, right, nothing will be able to bring you down or stop you, no matter what happens, because you trust yourself. So that's it for part number 3, and we'll see if there's any messages that wants to come out. If not, I will pull out one. Okay, fairies, for part number 3, is there any specific messages for them? Anything you want to tell them? Any important thing? Okay, one more time. If there's anything urgent or like specific, they will just pop out, but if not, I will pull out one. For part number 3. Part number 3. Should I choose one? Oh, there's a lot though. Is this one? Okay, like I said, today within the pile themselves, every card resonates to each other. So yeah, patience please. what you're asking for is coming. Have patience, as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. Like I mentioned, you have to, it's gonna test you a lot, but like if you have the faith and determination to get over it, right, it will definitely come. So yeah, this is a strong message. Patience, please. Okay, so that's pile number 3, and if you pick pile number 3, I hope it resonates and like help you to clear up your situations or doubts about love. And yeah, feel free to like the video, subscribe for future readings, and I hope you can share this around so you and your friends can like discuss about your love choices, I guess. But yeah, okay, so that's it for this pick a card, because this is just a brief outline on like maybe the obstacles that you actually have to go through to invite or make space for love in your life. And of course, this is a general reading, so if you want a reading that's more customized for you, more catered to your situation, you can feel free to message me on YouTube or like Instagram, and we can definitely do a session together. You can book my readings, and then I'll be like reading solely based on your situation. And feel free to just subscribe for future videos, because I'm gonna start doing more videos other than pick a card. I'll be doing more informative videos like about tarot reading, about pendulum dowsing, about all these metaphysical stuff and spiritual stuff. So if you're interested in this kind of things, you can feel free to subscribe. I will try to regulate the energy flow of the channel more and don't let it stay stagnant. Okay, so if you enjoyed this pick a card, I'll see you next time.